Today I'm going to be planning in my creative journal. I'm going to be creating some waterfall tabs and some Dutch doors. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina. I am really excited to dive into this creative journal spread that I'm going to put together. I'm going to be using these PET tapes that RONGRONG just released. This one is called Tuscany Dreams, and I like to put my PET tapes onto my sticker backing pages that she also has in her shop. So that's why I have them all laid out here. I do have the rolls here on the side to use, and I have Tuscany Dreams, and this is the one that has like inspired me to do these pages in my creative journal today. And I thought I might bring in some of the Garden Glow, but I'm not quite sure if it's going to work out. So we'll see what happens with that. And I'm also going to be using the Junk Journaling Premium Sticker Book. This is a sticker book that RONGRONG has released already. It's been out for a little bit. It's got all kinds of different like elements in here to use for your junk journaling, your planner, anything that you want to use it for. So just a book full of elements. I also have some PET tape here, and I'm gonna see how this is all gonna come together. I kind of have an idea. So I have an extra sticker backing sheet here to use for planning things out. This is my creative journal that I have been using and loving it. And I've already counted out the pages. So I have here 4 pages. Okay. And then this last one would be the 5th page. So this one right here will not be cut, and then these others will be cut down accordingly. I have to be honest with you, I was a little confused. Like, what's the difference between waterfall tabs and Dutch doors? To me, they seem like the same, but I'm thinking that the clarification is that the Dutch door has the same stickers like on each side. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Not sure if it's going to work out, but I'm definitely going to try to do that. So, first thing I need to do is pick out what I want to lay out here. I'm going to need to start off with 5 different layering ideas. So let me show you a couple of the things that I thought would be kind of cool to use. So I kind of like this long sticker here, and it's really wide. So I would be kind of cutting this down. But I'm thinking that I'll start with that. So that will be like the base. I want to bring in the washi. I'm thinking I might want to bring in some of this. So let's see, let me kind of pull this out so that way I have everything kind of in front of me and I can refer to it and see how that works. Because what I generally like to do is do a pattern and then maybe something a little bit more solid, and then another pattern or decorative stickers. This is definitely one of the other ones that I want to use. So I'm going to just pull out the ones that I know that I want. So I could do one with like the flowers and then the grapes, and then that would be 4, and then I would need like a 5th one, maybe one of these washies. All right, so I figured out the flow. It took me just a little bit. So I switched things around. So I'm gonna put this one down first. So let's start with that, and then you'll see how everything kind of progresses. Okay, so this is the back page. So this is gonna be this one right here. I kind of want to line this up as best that I can here, so that way when I trim it, I am getting like kind of like still leaving myself with like a pretty decent piece of this to work with somewhere else. Okay, that one went down nice. And I just realized that I wanted to cut this in half because I think I want to use this somewhere else too. So let's tear this. I was so busy trying to line it up and I forgot that I didn't actually want to use the whole sticker here. So I'm going to just tear it while I have like part of it on here. If you're going to split these big stickers up, definitely recommend doing it before you lay them down the way that I did here. So that way you're not doing what I'm doing here, but that's okay. Because you know what? Things happen and that's just the way it is. Now that took me forever because I sort of had made a mistake initially, but that's okay. We're just going to keep on going here. So you might see that I speed things up throughout this because otherwise I think this video is going to be like super, super long. I'm going to try to do it in as much real time as I can because I know that I like those types of videos too when I'm watching. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other side of this sheet because this is a double-sided sticker sheet, which is awesome. And I'm going to kind of map this out because I want to do the Dutch door. And to do that, you sort of want to have enough of the same stickers and you kind of like match them on one side and the other. I think this is the same one. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 2 of each of these. So that way I kind of have them matched up already. Because if I just kind of like lay them out, however, I think I'm going to run into some problems. All right, so I gathered all of the flowers that I'm going to use in here. And that took me a little bit of a while to just gather them all. But I think I've got like duplicates of all of them. So that way when I do this, it will like be a Dutch door. Okay, so now I'm gonna measure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is where this is. So I want to make sure that this next layer with the flowers is going to lay over that. So I want to do like up to here is where I want to make sure. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to kind of put a little pencil mark there. That way I can be conscious of how I'm laying these down. End up changing things up as I like lay things down after I already sort of decide how I want things to go. But that's just the way it is. Okay, so I want to make sure, see how this is going to like cut out and this is still going to be peeking through. So that's what I want to be sure about. That is really pretty. I like the way that that looks in there. Okay, now I get to cut because things get a little tricky when you need to cut. Now you want to definitely use your forgiving mat, and the one that I'm using is a Recollections, and I believe it's from, why do I always forget? I think it's Michael's. Okay, I have an X-Acto knife. Now, I'm going to be ordering a tool, and I'm really excited about that because it's called a gyro cutter. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's really cool, and I'm going to be ordering it from Amazon, but Amazon is having their Amazon days, so I'm kind of waiting for that. I really, really wanted that tool before I like did this, because honestly, like doing this with an X-Acto knife, it's a little tricky. You could use scissors, but I feel like that's just as tricky. And the thing with this is you need to definitely put enough pressure so that way you're cutting through the paper, because otherwise going over that, oh, it's such a pain. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and things are cutting, so that's good. All right, I'm at the end here, but I know that there's gonna be some like hang-ups in here. Ooh, not too bad. So I put enough pressure because the paper is pretty thick. So let's see how it looks. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, that is super pretty. Okay, well, let's move on to the next page. All right, so I am, oh no, I need to do the flip side. I want to do what I did here, but on this side. And then that is where the Dutch door comes in, I believe. All right, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I was kind of confused about like, well, what's a Dutch door and what's not? This is where things get a little tricky because you want to match things up, but at the same time, these are not, like, these are the same. They're not like mirrored. So I don't know how well this is going to actually work. It may not work the way that I thought it would. But you know what? I am going to really try to make this work with these stickers because I think that it can. I think I just need to kind of angle them a little bit differently. So I'm just gonna go for it and we're gonna see how this comes together. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna see how it all comes together and hopefully it will do what I want it to do. Okay, so there's that. Oh, but see, now I have this cut edge. So this would have to come up here. Okay, all right, something to think about. So let me put that to the side. So the next thing I'm going to need, so the next flower that I used was actually, I actually used this one, but I don't know how I would do that. I don't think that's gonna work that way. Okay, so let's use this one because you see how this is round here? And you kind of want it to fill in. Okay. And then this next should be like this spray, but again, it's not going to match up because it's going the other way, but maybe I could kind of, I'm gonna kind of make it work. I might have to trim that to connect something else in here because this is like the next one, but I switch things around. I think I'll bring this one in next, but let's trim this down. Let's see what happens here. And that's not really the same, but it's the best that I can do. Okay, I'm gonna trim this sticker. So since the stickers are the same and they're not mirrored, it's not really working the way that it probably is supposed to, but I'm making it work. I'm gonna make it work. So let's grab this little thing here And let's grab, try to match them up as best that I can. Okay, and then the next one, I actually used it already over here, so I'm probably gonna have to grab another sticker. It's super pretty. Okay, so there's the one side and there's the other side. So I believe that that would be considered the Dutch door. Okay, all right, now we're gonna work on the next page. Okay, so I think I decided to make the next page the washi. Okay, so now this one is just gonna be a straight cut. So I'm gonna, of course, grab my mat because I gotta have that there. And I really need to get a ruler that's much longer. So I have this one, like a metal ruler. I have rulers that are perfect here, but when I use my X-Acto knife, I like to have a metal ruler. All right. Put enough pressure, and you wanna hold things really tight when you do this, because that is when things get a little weird. Oops, see, just like right there got a little weird. Okay, so hopefully it should be good. And there we go, that is pretty. And now I'm wondering if I wanna switch the color because I almost feel like it's too much of the same. Because initially, I was looking, I think, at this color. Ooh, I like this. You know what? I want to go back to this one. Okay, so it's washi. So we're gonna switch it. So the line is already cut, like the page is already cut. So this will be a pretty easy switch. I thought that this was going to be like too dark with the roses, or not the roses, the flowers. So I was sort of, that's why I had decided against it. Okay, but look at, I must have cut this a little weird because this is like not lining up perfectly. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I have a little weird white paper coming through there. Okay. And this is the reason why I need to get a long enough metal ruler, because when I move it, things get a little crooked. All right, oops, oh no. The worst, oh no. Oh no, I was just gonna say the worst thing is when washi doesn't cut straight, because then it does this weird thing right here. And of course it's right on the top, right? Okay, I am going to move this. I'm gonna actually move it to the side. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit here, but that's just the way it is sometimes, because that just looks crazy to me. I'm okay with it being on the back side. I really want the front of this to be really pretty perfect, so. Okay, so since I'm doing like the Dutch door thing and doing the same thing on the other side, that is going to allow me to move that to the back. And even though it's torn at the top there, I'm okay with that because it's on this side. So let's try to do this a little bit better. And it's not like I was rushing, it just was what happened. Okay, I am not going to tear it. I'm gonna cut it this time. There we go. All right, now this side is long enough for me to tear it. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. So the one page that was supposed to be rather quick turned into a project. Okay, now we're gonna come over to the next one here. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, 3, 9. Okay, so 9, we're on the 3s and 9 is perfect. I'm just gonna put a mark here so that way I don't have to like count it again, because I will. Because they all start running together, you know, when the further you get in, the easier it is to mix them up. Okay, so the next one I want to use is this one. Now here is the question. Do I want to use the stripe or just the pattern on that side? I'm thinking I just want the pattern. I want the pattern, and this is really wide, so we are going to do a tear edge, but I'm not going to lay it down and tear it. I am going to tear it before I lay it down. There we go. All right, so I've got that one there. I've got this one here. And let me turn my book. Oh no, did I bring this over enough? It's like just barely. Oh no, I don't want that, because if it's just barely, then it's going to end up showing. Okay, so here I am pulling stickers up again. Oh my goodness. This is how I just roll. And this is gonna be even trickier because I've already cut this. So I'm gonna need some luck here. I'm gonna need some good luck. Okay, so the sticker came up easily enough, so that's good. But what I wanna do now is position this between those two dots, because it's actually, or let me just bring it up really kind of like right, I'm thinking here. Okay. Okay, that I feel much more comfortable with. So this edge is going to peek through, but it's not going to be like as wide as these other ones, and I'm totally fine with that. I just wanted to make sure that when I cut this, I wasn't going to see the white paper next to this, because it's supposed to be layered like that. Okay, so let's bring it over here. Let's see. Look at how pretty that's looking. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now this other half should go along there. Now, again, I don't know if I want the stripe to be there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I wanna cut the stripe off. Yes. Do I wanna cut the stripe off? That's gonna be tricky, isn't it? Maybe not. Let's just use some scissors. Okay. Oh no, don't get stuck. There we go. That actually worked out way better than I thought. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this book this way. Right, so now that's going to be the same on this side. Okay, so now I got the next layer. All right, boom, boom, boom. Cute. All right, very cute. All right, now we're on to the last one, which in actuality is like the first page of this section. So now we want to make sure that we don't go over. So that's going to be like right here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11. So that's going to be 11 here. So I'm just putting a mark there. And just kind of getting a little bit of an idea. So it's going to cut off kind of there. So let me put another marker up here for myself. And that's actually, it can go in a little bit more because these next pieces are going to be different. It's not going to be a straight line. Okay, so I'm going back to the junk journaling book and I am grabbing these little circles. They look like little frames. So there's these that are bigger. So I'm not sure if I'm going to need the bigger ones or not, but I'm going to grab them because I'm going to grab the same because we're doing the whole like Dutch door where things need to be mirrored. So if you've got things that are round, that's really the best stickers to use because they're the easiest to match up from one side to the other. I've been watching a lot of Amy Plans things, and she is amazing with these Dutch doors, and I've been getting a lot of inspiration from her. So if you do not follow her, go and follow her. She is really awesome, and I love the way that she explains things, and honestly, she makes it look so easy. It's really not. It's very tricky. Okay, so now I'm going to be using these little bunches of these grapes. Oh my gosh, I'm finally getting to my grapes. I want these to be mixed in here. And I thought it'd be really cute to like layer these bunches of grapes kind of over the frames. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by laying some of these down here. So I'm looking for my markers, and I don't want to go over them, but I could definitely come in a little bit more if I want to. Okay, so I'm going to lay that one there. And I think I'll just like kind of start, I think from the bottom here with the grapes. And then let's see. I'm not really sure how this is going to come together. So maybe I should lay the frames kind of down first. It might be easier for me then to just like fill in the grapes from there. Kind of works. And I like the frames because they almost look like barrels. If you look at this PET tape here, that little barrel, it kind of reminds me, I don't think I have a bigger one. Yeah, that's the biggest one I have. That kind of reminds me of how this looks with the grapes. So I think I thought that would be like really cute together. So that's how I came up with this concept. Okay, I had to turn that because that was just really a better angle for me to be able to cut this around and see it a little bit better. So I always recommend to turn the pages to your advantage, whatever feels most comfortable, whether you're drawing something or you're cutting something, turn it where it's going to feel the best for you. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Look at how pretty that looks. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now I want to do the flip side here with the same stickers as best that I can. And it should be a little bit easier because these are round. So I'm going to lay the round stickers down first. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is create a heading on the side here, and I want it to say wine. So I pulled these letters right here, and I need to figure out before I lay these down how I want this to look. Figure out like how far over I want the letters to go, because I have these pages, and when I open up these pages, I want to be able to see where it says wine on here. Let's see, how far over? This one is going to be a little too far over for that, but I think as long as I could still see it on the third page, I will be happy with that. So let me see here. Just trying to grab one of these dotted lines and lining up on that to lay these letters down straight. Okay. And okay, so now that I have the letters down, now I know like how much space I have to work with. I like the idea of putting this down because this will bring it together with this one over here. I'm going to have to pull these back up because I want to lay this piece down, and then I could just put the letters on top of this piece. Okay. Okay, now that I laid this down, I have to say I don't want my letters to overlap. I kind of gave it a shot, but I don't like the way that it's lining up. It's kind of like weird. So I am gonna tear this sticker a little bit more, and hopefully it will cooperate with me the way that I want it to. I think I'll be okay, but all right, I like the way that that looks so much better. All right, so now I still have like this, and I almost feel like I want this to be bordered against the wording. So let's do that. All right, so I went ahead and I moved the letters up, and I added this down here because I wanted to fill in a decorative sticker down here. But I also want to cut this sticker behind here because it's shadowing through. So I'm gonna cut it at the bottom here too, because I kind of want to leave the little bit of that edge there so it sort of looks like it's running through, but I don't know if it's going to cooperate. All right, so there's that. And then let me pull this up. There we go. So that way it's not shadowing through. All right, so I am going to continue to decorate these pages, but I decided to speed this part of it up because this video is already really long. All right, let's talk about how I'm going to be using these pages. First off, a little backstory. My husband and I really enjoy visiting this area in Wisconsin. It's called Door County. We absolutely love it. We go up there at least once a year, sometimes twice, and there are wineries up there. And of course, I stop in there and I do the wine tastings. And I have been doing this for many years. So I have all of my notes, the wines that I like, what about them I like or don't like, what I've purchased, what's on my wish list. And I currently have all of that information in my phone, in my notes section. So what I want to do is I want to take that information and transfer it onto these pages. So these are going to be like dated back probably from maybe 2021. And I think I've created enough pages that it should carry me through 2025. And on each page, I'm going to just transfer over my notes and write all of that in. And I will do all of that off camera. And of course, I will share that with you. So I'm just adding in all of these decorative elements, bringing those Tuscany Dreams PET tapes throughout these pages, and just adding all of the wine elements in. I love all the grapes and the wine bottles and the glasses. and just kind of adding that also to the florals just to kind of bring it all together. I decided not to bring those florals onto any of the other pages. I didn't feel that it was necessary. I just like that the colors sort of complement one another. I'm grabbing this junk journaling sticker book, and I'm going to grab some of these little boxes here because I want to use these as headers. I will write in the year for each page, so I'm just adding one of these to each page here, and I'll be all set to fill it in. All right, here it is. It is complete. Oh my gosh. Of course, I have to fill it in, but I am in love with the way that this turned out. So I did my Dutch doors slash waterfall tabs. I think they're Dutch doors. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you have a little bit more insight to like the difference between those two. But let's do a flip through here, and you can go ahead and let me know after you see the full flip through. So here's my second page here, and again, you could still see wine, and it like all kind of blends together. And then we've got the next page. I love the way that that lines up with that sticker on that first page there. And here's the fourth or the third. I don't remember. I lost track. 1, 2, 3. Yes, the third page. And then the fourth page, which is like the fifth section here, I think. So I've got room here for 2021, 2022, 23, 24 and 25. So I am really excited. I love, love, love the way that this turned out. And like I said, I'm super excited to go ahead and fill it in. And once I do, I will be sure to go ahead and share a flip through of that. You may not see it here on YouTube, but if you're on Instagram, I'll definitely share it there. I used RONGRONG's newest PET tapes, Tuscany Dreams and Garden Glow. So those are available. And I used the junk journaling sticker book. Oh my gosh, I love this book. There's so many different elements in here that you can bring in and kind of just get fun and creative with. So I don't know, I might bring some of these bigger like frames in here and maybe right in there. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but it's a really good book for creative journaling. Obviously, you can use it in your planner as well, however you choose to use that. Now, I am an affiliate of RONGRONG, so if you do decide to pick up any of these items, I greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link. You will find it down below in the description. That link will give you an automatic 10% discount. However, sometimes she runs sales that are going to save you a little bit more money than that. So what you would want to do at the end before you check out, in the area that has your discount code in there, my discount code automatically pops up to give you the 10%. But if you've got a better discount, be sure to replace that code. That way you're getting the better savings. I always want to make sure that you are getting the better savings. I greatly appreciate when you use my affiliate link. That really does help me out a lot. But again, I want to be sure that you are also getting the best savings that you can get. All right, well, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more of this type of planning. I love doing this. It's so therapeutic for me. It's long, like it takes a while to do it. There's a lot of details and I'm not really that great at putting these together yet. So it's something that is just kind of a work in progress. I really enjoy it a lot. And I want to like share more of that with you because I love sharing the things that I love, because I'm sure that there's people out there like yourself that also enjoy watching these. So let me know your thoughts on that. Be sure that you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. That way you do not miss any of my videos, and drop me a comment down below. If you watch this video all the way through till the end, leave me a grapes emoji. I'm sure there's got to be a grapes emoji. So leave me a grapes emoji or a wine glass. Yeah, either one of those. drop that in the comments below. And again, let me know if you like this type of plan with me and would like to see more of this, because I am having such a fun time doing these with you. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me in this super long video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.